everyone, it's Sensei Victoria Whitfield here, your journey partner in business, welcoming you back to episode 113 of the Journeypreneur podcast. This is your source for channeled holistic stress management techniques, guidance, inspiration, and motivation to stay on your path to rapid financial ascension and massive impact as a conscious entrepreneur. So the title of this podcast episode is Your Virtual Vaccination. What do I mean when I'm saying your virtual vaccination? So right now, it's my birthday, by the way, March 11th, and 2020 at the recording of this podcast episode and live stream. We're going live on Facebook right now. And right now, there is a lot of publicity going around, a lot of really scary, media coverage of something called the coronavirus. And for a lot of people, there's worldwide, there are challenges facing this. And I was just speaking on another live stream with a friend of mine, Lyra Kay. Check her out. She's also a previous podcast episode here on the Journeypreneur podcast. But we were just speaking, and I got a divine download of how powerful would it be to not just get your flu shot, but get your fear shot. So when we're exposed to so much negative press and things that can really trigger us to create a lot of fear, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, what can happen is that it starts to infiltrate your body, right? There's this constantly being on the lookout and on panic, wondering if things are going to work out all right for yourself in your own home, in your own business, in your own family. And with that being said, we keep running more and more and more on fear. And then we are looking for things to fear. So then fear starts fueling fear. And that can really eat up a lot of our mental, emotional, and spiritual bandwidth when it comes to being in a manifesting state. Now, here's the thing. As conscious entrepreneurs, right, as conscious beings, we have got to stay in this empowered state, right? We've got to be in a state where we are ready to receive the good, and we are constantly orienting to health, orienting to optimism, orienting to opportunity, orienting to being empowered, to being a conscious creator. This is what's going to serve us best. So with that being said, I got a divine download of, all right, let's talk about your virtual vaccination, right? Can you auto-inoculate? Is there a way to digitally inoculate ourselves where without being physically pricked with a with a syringe? Can we receive healing, protection, and empowerment of some sort? And if so, what would that look like? And as a Reiki master, I have to tell you, this is something that I've been seeing for many years now. And for those of us who are tuned in right now, who are also energy healers, right, who are conscious creators as well, those who work with energy, we get healings and protection all the time. This is not something new. We are orienting to health as healers. We're always orienting to health and healing all the time. Like already, this is a way of life. With that being said, I was inspired to share a virtual vaccination, and how we're going to do this is through a Reiki infused meditation. Now, for those who are listening in on the podcast right now, this may be the first time that this will be the first time on the podcast that I will be leading a meditation for you to follow along through. So if you usually listen to this while driving, right, or doing something that involves having your active, your active attention, please be careful, right? Because that's not like, I don't want you to be driving and it be a problem. So be kind to yourself. If you need to pull over, right, or stop on the side of the road so you don't have to worry about it. Let me see here. I'm opening up Facebook so I can watch the comments coming through. All right, now I can see. Perfect. With that being said, for those of you who are watching live on Facebook, you're like, oh, yay, another meditation with Victoria. This is nothing new, right? You would have been through many with me. And I want to thank you, by the way, for your support over the years. And you're in for a treat. So if you are listening in or watching in, and in this moment you are also an energy healer, I would just ask, especially if you are a level 2 or above Reiki practitioner, call on whatever remote healing symbols you've been trained in. For those of us who have studied Reiki, that would be the third symbol that you learn at level 2. Go ahead and open that up so that we can begin channeling healing energy. And the way that this works, to have a virtual vaccination, is you're going to listen in and follow along with the imagery, follow along with the breathing prompts, and allow yourself to feel and receive an empowerment, because you have plenty of opportunities today. Whenever you are watching this or listening to this, you have plenty of opportunities today to receive virtual infection, right? So before we begin this meditation, let me say that you have plenty of opportunities to receive virtual infection. And what does that mean? Watching videos, listening into podcasts or streaming audio, listening into the radio and different things where people have an infection of the cooties. I refer to it as the cooties, but in non-Victoria speak terms, this would be an infection of a fear-based mindset, being afraid for themselves. They have an infection of this negative mindset, a lack mindset, a panic, right? There's this internal radiating fear that many people have when they come to create content, right? Whether it's in posts, video, audio, images, articles, so on and so forth. You have plenty of opportunities to receive, therefore, by consuming their information, you have plenty of opportunities to receive a virtual infection of the cooties from these people, right? Where they're freaked out, they're scared. Naturally, what's going to happen as you consume their content, you are receiving a virtual infection by way of your attention to, right, and receiving of their cooties infected information, right? So it's one thing to tell you statistics and like what's going on, that in a way that has no emotional charge, right, and honors the fact that you are an empowered and like a conscious creator yourself. There's one way to relay information, period, in a way that honors your energy, and then there's another way to relay information in a way that doesn't honor the fact that you could be in a really great place, right? Doesn't preserve your positive energy, but instead it's meant to influence you. It's meant to infect you with a motivation to do something. And unfortunately, 9 times out of 10 in the creation of content, people want to motivate through fear. Fear is something that is like there's two motivators in the universe, right? In human consciousness and behavioral patterns, there's two motivators, and that is pleasure and pain, right? And so the pain button, people are leaning on that now more than ever, unfortunately. And so I would love to instead lean on something else, right? To give you an opportunity to not have a virtual infection of the cooties, right? And have all of that negativity streaming into your ear, into your eyes, into your heart, into your body, and into your space. But if only just for now, or as we say in Reiki, just for today, we'd like to make a commitment to a virtual vaccination, to be inoculated against fear, as one of my most favorite bands on the planet say, a fear inoculation. The band Tool, as they released this amazing album just this past fall, perfect timing. Like, what the heck, to be inoculated against fear? You know, they're always saying at the local pharmacy, like, don't forget to get your flu shot, don't forget to, get your vaccinations today. And I wish right alongside that, they said also get your fear shot. Now think of it this way. How does a vaccination work? It is an infinitesimal dose of a weakened version of the cooties, right? So whatever you're being vaccinated against, it is a really small dosage of the cooties, basically inserted into your system by some vehicle of delivery. And the cooties then runs its course in its weakened and small states so that your system can get the information from it, and that builds up your system, your immune system, with information on that specific kind of cooties, right? That's the way that a vaccination works, for those of you, if you want to hear it in layman's terms. And so with that being said, you could get a flu shot, and so you're going to get injected with a small dosage, right, an infinitesimal dosage of the cooties. Specifically, the specific flavor of cooties is flu, the flu. And so that's supposed to help you for, the latest trending flu, if you do vaccinations, right? So, and that will protect you against the latest trend of flu, because you got that infinitesimal dosage of the cooties through the vaccination. It ran its course and was documented, right, by the antibodies or whoever's in there who's documenting in your immune system, to make sure that it knows how to protect you for flu season that year. A fear shot is what we're going through right now as you are watching it or listening in to this stream, where we're giving you a virtual injection of the fear that's going around, but it is weakened to the point of being called the cooties, right? Rather than using any other type of word, right? And by the way, on Facebook, when I look over here, I'm looking at you. So hi, thanks for tuning in live. And for all of those of you listening in on the podcast, mwah, again, thank you for your support of the Journeypreneur podcast. When we're getting a fear shot, this is a weakened dosage of the cooties, right? So specifically of fear. What are we afraid of right now? And it is a fear of infection. What if you could be digitally vaccinated against that? How we do that as energy workers and energy healers is by working with remote energy healings, right? I'm a Reiki Master. I'm trained in that. Shout out to all of the energy workers and Reiki Masters that are tuned in right now. You know how to send energy at a distance to ground and clear cooties out of people's systems, right? On the physical level, like I'm specifically now speaking to the Reiki practitioners listening, on the physical level, the emotional level, and the mental, spiritual levels, right? You know how to do that across time and space. And so this is how we're going to do your virtual vaccination. Now, for those of you who, what I just said right there, you're like, I have no idea what that means. That's okay. In layman's terms, what we're going to do right now is a meditation, specifically a visualization of you receiving empowerment and positivity against catching the fear cooties off of others. Because like I said before, and we're going to go into our meditation now, like I said before, you have plenty of opportunities to receive virtual infections of the fear cooties off of other people right now. And this is not to downplay the fact that, you or others could legitimately be challenged, right? Going through some serious challenges going on right now. But if you are in a highly sympathetic, and I mean that in the central nervous system word sympathetic, if you are a highly sympathetic state, that means you're freaked out, you're panicked, you won't be able to think straight in order to do what is the right next step for you and your family and your business in a serious crisis. If you are in a panic state, you've already been infected, right? I'm trying to remember which US president it was who, during his inaugural speech, said the only thing we really need to fear right now is actually fear itself. Type in the comments below, or when you go to review this podcast episode on iTunes, who's that president? Let me know. I would love to see a little bit of trivia there. But who said that? Who said that? I know who it is. I'm thinking of it, his name in my head right now. His wife is very famous. She's also just as awesome as he is. Is another hint. But the only thing we really need to fear is fear itself. Because when you are in that heightened sympathetic state, your central nervous system is activated. Your body, on just a biological level, is going to be already taxed and challenged, right? The blood flow is moving from your extremities into your central channel. You're way more susceptible to disease. You're in this constant performance state if you're in a sympathetic mode. The goal with our virtual vaccination right now, of what we're going to do, is to release you back into a parasympathetic nervous state where you are, instead of being sympathetic or receptive to attack and trying to avoid it, right, fight or flight mode. The goal instead is for you to be restored and relaxed and at ease, so that you are poised and grounded, clear-headed, right? You're at the height of health in your unique body for whatever situation you are going to go and deal with today. And as we say in Reiki, this is just for today, right? Don't worry about tomorrow. The past is already gone. If only just where we are right now in time-space reality, we are going to allow virtual vaccination to release and get out all of the fear cooties. That being said, this is your last warning. If you are driving, keep your eyes open, or if you're doing something that involves your active attention, do stay alert as I go and do a guided meditation sequence. And for those, again, who are healers listening in, open up the distance healing symbol and let's send healing energy to all those who are tuned in right now, wherever you are, wherever you're listening in, watching in, whoever you are. Make the intention there that this be healing energy, clearing energy, prayers for peace, joy, faith, strength, courage, ease, wisdom, confidence, clarity, no matter what's going on, right? Clarity in the middle of the storm. Right? If you think of a hurricane, there's the eye of the storm. There's all kinds of hell breaking loose all around in the hurricane, but there is the eye that is clear, calm, and open. With that being said, take a deep breath into your pelvis as you inhale. Exhaling, releasing all stress, tension, worry with the exhale. Again, taking another deep breath in, seeing the air pouring abundantly down into your pelvis as you inhale. Exhaling out of your mouth, releasing all negativity, fear, anxiety, activation, and triggering out of your mouth. Knowing that you are safe and affirming inwardly to your inner child, I am safe here. And yes, really, affirming out loud, I am safe here. Go ahead and say it. I am safe here. Put another deep breath in. And exhale. Now visualizing, using your imagination, your imaging sense, see and feel with your mind, visualize a beautiful ball of healing white light, concentrated, concentrated white light. It is the light of wisdom, of health, of faith, vital energy. It is the light of blessing, of empowerment, of positivity. It is the light of strength, solutions, clarity. Seeing that ball of white light as vividly with your mind just above your head, gathering, almost as if it was a ball resting slightly on the top of your head. Take a deep breath in as you visualize this. And the most powerful visualizations are multisensory: sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. Allowing your visualization to be as multisensory as she wants to be. What is the size and dimension of this concentrated ball of positive healing energy, concentrated protection, impervious against all harm and against all evil? Seeing this ball of white light getting bigger, feeling the weight of it. Does it have a certain fragrance? Allowing your visualization, your mind's eye, your image of this ball to be as vivid and multi-sensory as possible. You can do it. Give yourself permission to. Take a deep breath in. And when you are ready, this ball of positive energy, prayers for faith and healing, vibrant health, all concentrated in this ball. Begin to see the ball descend down into your body, bringing your head inside of the ball, breathing deeply as the ball descends and enlarges, covering your head and shoulders now, allowing yourself to be wholly and completely encased. Seeing your chest and arms being absorbed into the ball, open and relaxed, and allowing every single sacred cell to enter into this concentrated ball of healing white light, protection. If you are more spiritually minded, presence of the angels, guardian spirits of God or a higher power. Open and relaxed, seeing all this positive energy, the ball now descending and engulfing your back and abdomen. Open and relaxed, relaxing into the ball descending over your body now. Concentrated healing light, vibrant health into this ball. It's concentrated. Protection from all negative thinking. Protection from poverty and poverty mindset is infused into this ball of white light as it continues to descend, engulfing your pelvis and thighs now, your buttocks and knees, absorbing into the ball, head to toe. It's descending from the top. Remember, allowing it to be as vivid as possible, meaning multi-sensory: sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. Open and relaxed as it continues to now engulf your calves, ankles, and feet until the ball expands and now wholly and completely engulfs your entire body, so that you can stretch your arms up above your head and your legs out far to the sides or the back, front as well. And no matter how far you reach, you are still within this concentrated ball of positive energy, of health, healing energy, protection against all negative energy, protection against all harm or evil, and allowing every single sacred cell of your body to drink in that energy, knowing that that ball cannot be exhausted, right? It's plugged into the central sun. An infinite amount of energy fuels it. So seeing every single sacred cell of your body now awakening, activating and turning on, recording monitoring, processing, learning, and drinking in the presence of concentrated vitality, concentrated confidence, clarity, poise, grounding. Every single sacred cell, head to toe, even every hair on your body, every skin cell, every cilial cell, every single mitochondria in your body, activating and turning on the knowledge and awareness of the highest levels of health, highest levels of joy, pleasure, safety, positive regard, turning on sacred service, turning on receptivity to loving and supporting your world family, human, plant, animal, all that is, seeing that awakening in your body. With a deep breath in and exhale. Breathing deeply. Give me 2 more deep breaths to finalize this vaccination. Breathing that in and exhale. Last one. Final activation of your virtual vaccination. And exhale. Checking in now. Knowing that that ball of healing white light is still there and it is not going anywhere. Right? As long as you are aware of it, it'll stay. Right? Remember it. If you need to come back to this podcast or this live stream multiple times to reactivate it, absolutely. Come back multiple times. But notice, how does your body feel? Do you have any tingly sensations? Do you feel warmer? Feel any tingling on the top of your head, right? Or chills down the back of your spine? Did you get any intuitive visions as our beautiful virtual vaccination ball descended and completely and entirely consumed us? Did you want to share this with somebody? If so, make sure that you send it to them and do the meditation with them. Or if they cannot watch or listen to this themselves, you can replay this from the beginning and envision the ball going down through their body, right? You could do it on behalf of them, right? You can also do this on behalf of entire communities, organizations, countries, or on behalf of our entire world, right? This is not just limited to one person per ball or one animal per ball. Now be kind to yourself. If, as we went through this virtual vaccination meditation, there are parts of the logic mind that tried to resist this or to control it, and when that happens, just say thank you. Just say thank you and keep going. Do not try to fight the rational logic mind, right? Rational, quote unquote, logic mind resisting this. Just say thank you, thanks for your input, and I'm going to keep going, right? Learn to walk while your mind is screaming at you, right? Breathe into the discomfort. And with this is something that you'll want to do on a daily basis, right? So that, especially now more than ever, because like I said before we began the meditation, and by the way, after the meditation, myself personally, I feel heat, like a tremendous amount of heat all over me, and the top of my head is tingling while I'm recording this. It's a very distinct sensation to feel the activation going through. Well, like I said before, you have plenty other opportunities to go and consume content that could negatively influence you and infect you with the fear cooties. If only just for today, choose to consume content that is a virtual vaccination for the positive. Turn that fear into faith. If you are consuming a lot of things that trigger fear in you, make it a point to balance your information diet so that if it's 1-to-1 of like, all right, I'm going to watch something that may trigger me negatively, I am then going to follow that up with something that makes me feel more faith than ever, right? Or activates the empowerment within me, or helps me to remember to choose an abundance mindset. Not and abundance isn't just money. I'm talking abundance of health, right? An abundance of faith and positivity and energy. Like there's more to it than the abundance than just money, right? If you want to do a 1-to-1, if you're doing a therapeutic dose of balancing your information diet, then it is a 5-to-1. For every one bit of information that you consume that is cooties, add 5, right? 5 times that amount of positive, of uplifting, of faith inspiring, right? That's a therapeutic dose. So, and I would recommend therapeutic doses now, especially during our emotional psychosomatic environment with all of what's going on in the media. And if you are watching in right now and you are a content creator, no matter what the content you are generating, I challenge you to generate content that inspires faith, healing, courage, confidence, clarity, positivity, joy, safety. Like, I would challenge you to create content consciously, to choose to post something that is uplifting, that is inspiring, that takes us all higher and higher from a space of pleasure and faith and positivity, not higher from a space of pushing or controversy or any of the other cooties that's going on out there. You have it in you. And for those of you who are creating content, I am holding you personally responsible for the environment that we are all mentally and emotionally walking through right now. So if you see this and you're a content creator in any which way, what does that mean? You make video, you make audio, you make images, you make text, you make posts, you speak, whatever you're doing, whatever content you are creating, I'm holding you personally responsible for how the ambient environment feels right now. And I'm right there with you, right? Taking personal responsibility. Add more good. No matter what your business is, no matter what your mission is, whatever your value is, our world needs more love, more healing, more grounding, more positive energy now more than ever, right? And so there goes my soapbox, sending so much love to those of you who are still watching in on Facebook. Mwah. Make sure that you comment below on this live stream if it speaks to you. What happened? What sensations are you feeling when you went through the virtual vaccination that we just did, right? That meditation sequence that you did. And for those who are listening in on the podcast, and this may be your first podcast here, welcome to the Journeypreneur podcast. Make sure you hit subscribe on iTunes so that you get the notifications first as all of the new episodes come out. This is episode 113. When you leave your 5-star review, you can leave a comment about what from this episode in particular was your favorite part. What was the thing that touched your heart the most and inspired you to stay on your path as a conscious entrepreneur? So with that being said, I end every podcast episode the same way. And it is this: please remember to enjoy the journey. Do not lose your glow as you grow in life and business. And I'll see you in the next podcast episode. Mwah! Bye for now.